Hey folks, it's your boy Quincy, and tonight I'll be speaking on the topic of I'm not sure if I ever want kids at the age of 40 years old as a childfree man. Um, Let me begin. One of the reasons why I'm not sure if I want kids at the age of 40 is because we live in a dangerous world where you hear crazy fucked up stories of where kids get murdered, kidnapped, raped, and all sorts of crazy shit, yeah. And I'm scared of bring a child into this world, into this fucked up world, yeah, where their safety is not guaranteed on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Because obviously kids grow up and they go out to the world, and you just hear some really horrible stories of bad things happen to kids. And I love children. You know, I'm an uncle myself. My niece, she's 3 years old right now. So I think of things like that. And another reason why um I don't want to have any kid. I'm not sure if I want to have any kids at the age of 40. Um, is because I grew up in poverty. I grew up in a poor family. When I mean by poor, my definition of poor is that I grew up in lots of temporary council homes. So it's like every 3 or 4 years of my life, from the ages of 7 to 18, I was always moving house, and I never had a stable home till I was 18 years old. When I moved up to Harlow in Essex from Waltham Cross in the North London Hertfordshire border. And by that time, I was just fed up of moving because I just wanted to have something stable. I didn't have a stable childhood because I was poor, and also because I moved around quite a bit. Because unfortunately, my stepmom, even though she took me as a baby, she made sort of poor choices in life where she didn't plan for the future. In that she didn't have enough money to buy a house for a mortgage, so she could have bought a house in a nice area. We could settle down at a really young age. And I could have lived in one neighborhood all my life until I left home. But unfortunately, my stepmom didn't have that plan. She took me on, and when I was 7 years old, she had my younger half brother, and she was yeah, she had a job in that, but she was broke. I mean, primary school wasn't so bad, but when I got to second school, I was skint, man. I was poor. You know what I mean? To put when I was at the age of 14, I had to have a job. I had to get a job at age 14. I was in year 10, in the fourth year at second school when I went in my second school in Edmonton, North London. So that's another reason why I don't want to. I'm not sure if I want to have kids at 40 because having a child these days, from the time they're born to the rate to the time they're 18, the cost of raising a child is fucking 250,000, which is like a quarter of a million. And kids are not cheap; they're expensive, and you got to stand kids are ongoing bill. Um, Another reason I'm not sure if I'm gonna have kids at the age of 40 because finding a decent woman who's could be a potential mother, a mother to my child, it could be fucking hard because unfortunately with my age, let's face it, they've got kids, they're married, some divorced, a lot of them are single parents, and unfortunately, a lot of women nowadays, especially in 2023, they're not motherly quality. Not really they not wife material. They're not motherly quality. They're not potential good mothers to my future offspring. So that's gonna be hard. And all the decent child free women that are good looking, that are child free, that are to my type, they always seem to have boyfriends or husbands, and it's not fair. But life ain't fair. Now I'm not saying that I will give up meeting somebody. I want to meet someone, of course I do, but it's getting harder, especially as I get older, because the younger women want like they're doing their sexual prime from 18 to 30. They want the top tier man, which is fair. 'Cause that's their hypergamy kicking into play. But the older women, they will, especially get after hit their 30, they're all washed up, hit the wall. They're mentally damaged from relationships, and they can't pair bond because a lot of them sleep around this men and all this fucking crap. And I don't want to be their woman's fucking favorite, especially if she chose the wrong guys to have kids with, especially when she slept around with different men. And my pool of finding the right woman, especially at my age of 40, like let's say 39, 40, is shrunken because, like I said, all the good ones are gone. Um, Another reason why I'm not sure if I'm gonna have kids at the age of 40 is because I'm scared that I'm gonna end up like my father was my dad, because my dad was a shitty parent when I was growing up, because he wasn't around me, my two half brothers, and I'm scared that he's passing the gene to me, and I'm really scared that I'll end up worse than my dad in terms of if I brought kids into the world. I'm scared that I'm gonna end up being a really shitty father that's worse than my dad, and I don't do that to feed my potential future offspring if I start having kids. Um, and another reason why I'm not sure if want to have kids at the age of 40 because I feel that I left it a bit too late. I'm 40 years old now. Um, say if I have a kid now at age 41, when I turn 41 on the 10th of June 2023, by the time my kid's 20, I'll be 61. I'll be almost a pensioner. You know what I mean? I'll be pretty much retired. And the thing is, if I leave even later, say if I get to like 46, 47, if I don't find the right woman that I like, or I don't have kids by then I'm gonna stay single for the rest of my life, and stay a lifelong bachelor, because I feel the older I get into the relationship, the harder it is. And like I said before, going off topic, I miss relationships in like the 1990s, early 2000s, because women back then was so much easier to chat to, and the possibilities were pretty much almost endless. Now, I'm not sure if I ever will find anyone that's decent for me. That's child free, that's good looking, that's in shape. Because going off topic again, the type of woman I want to date is she's got to be child free. She's got to live in London, um, like me living in London myself. She's got to be between, in terms of height, she's got to be between 4'7" to 5'7". As in I'm 5'7" myself. She's got to be slim, athletic build, and like my type is, she's got to be either a Greek woman, Greek Cypriot woman, Turkish Cypriot woman, white woman with brown eyes, or Indian woman. And especially, and also when it comes to look scale, they got to be at least a 6 or 7 at 10 in looks or above. And get them sort of women that are hard, because they know they're good looking, and they know that their options are fucking almost limitless. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw my real mum back in beginning of January this year in 2023, I went around to see my grandparents and my auntie, and my uncle. But when I got the train from Cockfosters to Victoria via Visitor Park on the Victoria line, and I got the overhead train to East Croydon. Obviously, my mum picked me up from the car; she drove there. But on that drive there towards my grandparents' house, my mum was like saying how she's concerned to me because my work life situation, and this, that, and the other, and she wants me to find somebody, she wants me to settle down and have kids. And I think to myself, you know what? I'm not sure if I want to have kids. I'm not sure if I ever will make my mum a grandma, because I mean, to my real mum, by the way, because meeting someone's fucking hard these days. No, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it can't be done, but my theory is that all the good ones are gone. And like I said before, I'm not dating any ugly women or fat women or single mothers. I'm sorry, I'm not playing second best to another man's kids. I'm not doing that, because I got great pride and dignity in myself. Um, but that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. Obviously, the good ones are gone, and there's nothing left for me. And if that's the case, then like I said, I might as well stay single for the rest of my life, and stay a lifelong bachelor, and just enjoy my life that way. And during that time, if I decide to stay single or lifelong bachelor, what I do, like I said in my child-free video, is freedom back in June last year, in June 2022, before my 40th birthday. During that time, I'll travel the world. I'll travel different parts of the UK, like major cities like Manchester, Coventry, Birmingham, Newcastle, Bristol, Glasgow, Dublin, Republic Island, Belfast, Northern Ireland. I'll travel to obviously different parts of London and so on. Um, just live life, go to my festivals like I've been doing for the past year or so. Um, going to clubbing, raving, enjoy life, meet different people, meet different guys, and like just hopefully meeting different women while I'm out, enjoy myself, enjoy my social life, and so on. Um, and in my future, I plan to buy my own place, with more, try and get my own place without a mortgage, so I could buy the house outright with cash. Hopefully, when I start my affiliate marketing businesses online, so I can make money, so I can hopefully be rich one day, and so I don't have to do a job ever again. um, and have a life of freedom, so I can try, like I said, that afford me to have my own business that make me a lot of money, that afford me to give me the life I want. 'Cause I want to travel, learn to drive, have a nice car. My dream car's always been a Porsche 911 Carrera car, because that's been my dream car since I was 14 years old, when I was in year 10 in second year school. Um, yeah, and there's things I would do if I decide to remain single. But I like to find somebody. I like to find a nice, beautiful woman who's child-free, no kids. If I get with a child-free woman that's got no kids, and she says to me, Quincy, I don't want no kids, that's fine, because always been for years. Always been on the fence about having children because of my childhood. I didn't have the best childhood growing up, so I was sort of being on the fence about it. Not sure if I want kids or not because of the situation the world was going on now. The world is a very dangerous place to bring up kids, and having kids now is so expensive and costly as well. Um, and sometimes you don't know how your kids. If you have a child, you don't know how your kid's going to turn out. They could be a doctor, or they could be a serial killer. You just don't know. So, you know, I'm not sure if I will have kids at this moment in time because I mean I'm 40 years old. I think I left it a bit too late, and I think the older I get, the less I want to have kids. That makes sense because I'm 40 now. If I was like 35 or 30, then it would really bother me. I like, yeah, when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, yeah, I'm all for having kids. But now I'm not so sure because of the situations going on in my personal life. Because obviously I went through a lot of shit in my personal life, unemployment, depression, mental health, losing my family members, losing my uncle in 2017, then losing my dad in 2019, and losing my cousin in 2020 before the COVID hit in January 2020. Losing family members, just going through shit time in my personal life. Um, so it's kind of put my life on hold in a sense of planning these things, if I want to have kids or not, you know what I mean? And finances have been sort of been a bit low as well. So that's the reason why I'm not sure if I want to have kids at the age of 40 because I think I left it too late. Even though I keep myself fit, I go gym 3 days a week, and someone keeps myself young. I'm not sure if I make. I'm not sure if I'll be a good parent. If I tell you the truth, I'll see so much shit in my childhood, especially my dad and that, and how I was raised. 'Cause I was raised pretty strict. I would want that for my. If I decide to have a child in the future, I would want that for my future children. If I ever decide to have a kid, if I change my mind, um, I want them to have the best of everything. I want them to want for nothing financially or materially. They will have. They'll be. I'll spoil my children. I'll be the best father. I'll never beat them or abuse them or whatever. I'll be the easygoing dad. I'll love them all my heart. Um, I'll do anything. I'll give anything to my child. You know what I mean? I want my kids to have the best. You know, if I became rich, I would send my kids to private school. 'Cause I think the kids deserve the best start in life, the best education that money can afford. That I can afford my money. So therefore, at this moment in time, I don't think I will have kids. If I'll be honest with you, because the good women are gone. They're taken. And the ones that I left over, they're all fucking single parents. They're ugly. They're fat. They're out of shape. They just look horrid. And I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna lower my standards just to get an ugly woman or fat woman or a single parent. I've got high standards myself as a good-looking man, who's 7 out of 10 looks in the look scale. So these are my reasons why I'm not sure if I want to have kids or ever have kids at the age of 40 because I think I left it too late now. Um, anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe. I'm out.